1st. It's Vlogmas. I can't believe it's finally here. It's already here. It's a Sunday. And by the way, Sunday is such a weird day for me. Well, everything about Vlogmas starting today has been so odd. Thanksgiving in the States was so late this year. It was literally like 3 days ago on Thursday. And normally I feel like we have an extra like week and a half between Thanksgiving and like Vlogmas. So I've used that time to like recoup and prepare. And I just feel like my body has been thrust from holiday to Vlogmas and then another holiday. But nevertheless, I'm super excited. This is going to be a very interesting day one of Vlogmas because typically in the past, I feel like my Sundays and even my weekend vlogs, like if I'm not going somewhere, they're very chill. But today is going to be kind of an interesting, cozy, different type of Sunday because not only is it the first day of Vlogmas and the Sunday after Thanksgiving, but I ended up taking a ton of PTO. Not only is today Vlogmas, but I also have to get ready to go back to work tomorrow, which I'm dreading after like 10 days off. So you're really gonna get to see a true Sunday day in the life. We actually stayed home from church this morning because of a number of reasons. We were up, as you have seen now, very late last night. My husband was like hanging our Christmas lights in our windows like midnight. I was up madly knitting on a sock, trying to prep for today. Super anxious, super excited. Also, it's like 19 degrees right now and so cold, and we're supposed to be getting, at least my weather forecast is telling me, we're supposed to be getting a ton of snow and it's gonna be icy and gross. So we didn't really want to go out this morning and we slept in. Anyway, I am so excited to be opening this vlog today. Let me think, where do I start? Let me start and tell you, if you're new here or if you're returning or whoever you are, whatever you are, let's talk about like what Vlogmas or Krafty Kristina Christmas you can expect. So my favorite things about Vlogmas are, and what I hear from all of you is it's very chatty, very fun, super casual, and I really want to give you like a look into a day in my life with some knitting, but typically, I just take you along my normal day-to-day, whether I'm working from home, I'm working in the office, if we're doing family things, holiday shopping, holiday outings, you name it, I'm bringing you along with me. So super fun, super chatty, super adventurous. It's so much fun for me to share like what I'm doing every day with you. Other things you can expect this year, which I know you all have come to know and love if you're returning, are obviously lots of cooking. I do cooking, I share recipes, holiday tips and tricks. Well, I shouldn't say holiday tips and tricks, but like if I'm making a DIY gift or a food gift or something like that, I usually try to show some of that, my baking, and of course, the knitting. So these are the things that I am planning to share this year. If there's anything that you are excited to see again or things you'd like to see more of, leave a comment below. Let me know because I'll try my best to incorporate them. I feel like that's kind of it. We're chatty. We have fun. I want to get you in like the uplifting holiday spirit. That's my goal. So that's it. That's Vlogmas. I have 3 Advent calendars this year that I want to tell you about. Special thanks, by the way, if you watched my last podcast. I talked about how I was really late in the game and I didn't get or pre-order any Advent calendars this year, and I knew Vlogmas was coming up. I really wanted to do it again, and I was kind of, I don't want to say panicking, but I was really sad. I had some FOMO and I really wanted an Advent calendar. I just wanted to say an extra special thank you to those of you who are following me on Instagram, who DM'd me and were sharing Advent extras as they saw them come up. It actually really helped me snag some this year. If you're not following me on Instagram, feel free to do so. But I was able to snag 3 Advent calendars this year, and so I want to show you which ones I have and what you can be expecting. I'm super excited. I have not opened my yarn yet today. So let's start. I have 2 self-striping sock skeins and then 1 regular like mini yarn Advent calendar. So I will start. This one is brand new to me. I was able to snag an extra of the Woolens and Nosh 24 stripe advent skein. I think this is super cute, first of all, because she puts it in this little bag and it's already caked up in here for you, and the extra yarn is like hanging over, so you can knit all December long your socks without being spoiled. How nice is that? This one also came with a black mini skein. And as you can see, there's some black yarn hanging here, and apparently this is the first time they have named their advent skein. It's called Complimentary Cocktails. How fun is that? So each of the stripes is separated by matching with the mini skein yarn, so that you can really avoid spoilers the entire month, which I really just have to rave, because I had to wind up my other skein yesterday and I was like looking away and hoping my yarn wasn't gonna tangle. I just really love that idea. It really keeps the spoilers at bay. So basically what I'm gonna be doing with this is I'm gonna cast on a pair of socks, and I'm gonna be knitting a stripe a day with this. And she has it special so that when you see after you finish like the daily stripe color, it'll go back to the black yarn, so you'll know you can stop there without being spoiled. Undecided on whether or not I'm going to do matching mini skein, like black heel toes and cuffs, or if I'm just going to do the heels and the toes in black. To be determined, but Woolen Zinosh is my first advent skein. The next advent skein that I have is actually hiding in this bag. I got the Cozy Knitter advent skein. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have no idea what to expect from this skein this year. She had done 24 stripes for several years. I've done 2 of those pairs. And then I ended up not doing it last year, but when I saw she had extras, I snagged it. Last year she did a faded striped sock, which I thought was really interesting and it looked really pretty. I don't know if this is faded this year. I don't know if there's a theme this year. There wasn't anything on the packaging, so I really don't know what to expect. I've seen the first color because I had to wind up the cake yesterday, but I'm knitting those socks this year. And I actually have one cuff already finished. I am going to do the Bear mini that came with it. For matching cuffs, heels, toes, like I've done in the past. So I finished this, as you may have seen, at like 1 a.m. And this morning I started the second cuff. So my goal for today is to finish the second cuff, and I really would like to do the first stripe. I have the yarn. I'm not going to show it because I want to avoid spoilers for you and for me. But I have this yarn in a bag that I got in last year's advent calendar. I had the Fiber Fox advent calendar last year that was the golden hour. And it came with this really pretty bag that really, now in hindsight, matched the calendar beautifully. But it's also got drawstrings. So I don't know if these socks are going to live in this bucket all winter long, but I did want to use kind of a wintry one, and I got this last year, so I don't actually have many Christmas project bags. So this is, I wouldn't say really Christmas-ish, but it came in a holiday advent calendar. It's wintry-ish. I don't know. So Cozy Knitter socks for that. And finally, for my full like mini skein yarn advent calendar, I got the Suburban Stitcher advent calendar. I ended up going with Suburban Stitcher because 1, I've always wanted to try their yarn. 2, it was beach themed and it was supposed to be blues and teals and tans and neutrals. And I really love those colors. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not certain if it's a fade or if it is like cohesive, but different colors every day. So we're going to find that out together. I actually hope, I have had a faded advent calendar the last 2 years, so I'm kind of hoping it's not faded and it's just cohesive, because I would like to do something different with it. I don't know if it's going to be a blanket or whatever. I'm not going to be knitting a project with it. I'm just going to be opening it up. I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I'm also still working on last year's advent project. So with that being said, I do also want to share the Suburban Stitcher advent calendar came with 2 pattern tended to be used like with the advent calendar, and one is a knit pattern and one is a crochet pattern. The knit pattern is called Seaside Holiday, and the crochet pattern is the Holiday Tides Cowl. So whether or not you have this advent calendar, I'm going to do my best to link everything I'm talking about, all the recipes that I share, all the gadgets if I'm showing you my canning, all the things that I talk about or share or make this advent season, yarn included. I'm going to make sure I link those in the description for you. You can go check those out too if you're interested. I'm going to start by not only linking the dyers and the people with my advent calendars this year, I'm going to link the Ravelry page for these two holiday patterns so you can buy them and check them out if you are interested in knitting or crocheting them. I have day one ready to open. So the thing I have been waiting for since before I went to bed last night. Let's open today's yarn. Oh my goodness. Oh, is there a color? You guys. Look at this. This is incredible. Honestly, I think this might be my favorite color I've ever gotten in an advent calendar before. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't think I mentioned what base I got. I did get her fingering base, or her sock base, which it is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. It's 92 yards and 20 grams. So I got 20 gram minis, and there's no colorway, but it does say day one. So take a look at that. How pretty is this? Oh my goodness. And it's even got like a special little, how cute is this detail? Seaside Holiday. That's like the name of the calendar. How cute. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. This is making me want to knit. Oh man. Okay. Day one. Also, now that you know about my advent calendars, what to expect, let me tell you what to expect today. It is cold outside. I want to knit. I want to relax. Also, need to go grocery shopping. So today we're going to go to the grocery store. I'm not sure if I'm going to bring you along with me, but I have to make my list. I'm going to go grocery shopping, and then I have been feeling like I need kind of a detox from all the crap from Thanksgiving that we have been eating. We have so many leftovers, which of course we're grateful, but I'm feeling like I need some extra veggies. So I'm going to be making for dinner tonight. I think I'm actually going to do a double batch. But I'm going to be making one of my favorite soups, probably my favorite soup ever. I don't know if I've ever shown it on a Vlogmas before or on my channel before, but I make this at least once a month. And it's been a little while because when I make it, I usually freeze the leftovers so I can pull it out and eat it when I feel like it. But I'm going to be grabbing some things for my favorite soup tonight. And yeah, I'm going to make a double recipe so I can freeze extra for us to eat throughout the winter. But when I tell you, first of all, it is so yummy. It is so nourishing. It is so good for you. It is delicious. But my other favorite thing about it is that if I feel like we are getting a hint of sickness, or if I'm just feeling a little under the weather, I eat it and I feel like I'm glowing. It heals all. The soup heals all. It heals all. It tastes good. You want to eat it, but it also makes you like glow from the inside out. So I'm going to make that soup later. I 10 out of 10 recommend it, especially now that we're around the holiday season. So yeah, I'm going to make a big batch of that today. And we're going to enjoy that for dinner, probably for some lunches throughout the week. And then I'm going to freeze a bunch so that we can eat it throughout the rest of the holiday season, keep our immune systems up, try not to get sick. That is the goal. So if that is also your goal, I highly recommend you check it out. I'll link the recipe below. But we'll be making that later. Okay, enough chatting for now. I need to get brave to go to the grocery store. Oh my goodness, it is so cold outside. It says it's 30. I had to go put gas in my car. I just got back from grocery shopping. Thankfully, I went to Aldi, which is where I always shop first because it's way more affordable. They had everything I need and then some. So I shopped there. I spent $45. And I'm going to show you my little grocery haul. Honestly, most of the things that I bought today were either ingredients that we don't already have on hand, or that I needed for dinner either tonight or another night this week. And then I got a little bit of extra stuff because it was on sale and I figured I could stock up. So first of all, I got a bag of yellow potatoes. The potatoes are like a pretty decent staple in our house, whether I'm making some of my favorite soups with them or they're really quick to like roast up, or shred up or mash up. You name them, we love to eat them. So got some potatoes. These I will be using in my soup today. Some onions, half and half for coffee. So I've been trying to eat more fermented things or gut healthy foods recently, and I've super been loving water kefir, but I saw this gingerade kombucha today and it was on sale, so I picked it up. I've never had this before. Also picked up some chicken bone broth, herbs, picked up some cumin because we were out, riced cauliflower, some zucchini squash and yellow squash for my soup, celery, sour cream. Decided to pick up some fresh peeled garlic because I don't necessarily love peeling garlic, and I thought this would be a little bit quicker for me to just throw into some dishes and my soup this week and tonight. And finally, I got an English cucumber. We really love cucumbers for snacking. I also decided to impulse pick up some flatbreads today. This wasn't on my list, but typically we will end up needing some sort of like quick dinner with our work schedules throughout the week. And we'll do like a flatbread pizza situation. We usually have a lot of fresh veggies, cheese, some sort of tomato product at home. So it's really easy for us to throw these together. I typically like to pick up the garlic non-flatbread because I like the flavor of this. So this, you might see us have a quick flatbread pizza dinner someday this week. And that is my grocery haul. I'm going to put these things away. I'm going to get back to cozy. I did not have coffee yet today, so I might make an afternoon cup. And then my plans for the rest of the afternoon before making dinner are I'm going to try to do some Advent knitting, and I want to watch something on Netflix. I might start a new series. I'm not really sure. I watched Mindhunter in the 10 days that I was off and finished both seasons, and I'm devastated there's not another one. It was so fantastic. So if you haven't seen Mindhunter on Netflix, 10 out of 10 recommend. So I just finished that, so I'm not sure if I'm going to start something new or maybe I'll watch a holiday movie. To be determined, but for now I'm going to put this away and make some coffee to enjoy.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night beneath the mistletoe. It's cold outside, 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 outside. It's cold outside, outside, outside. Cold outside, outside, outside. It's cold outside,
Okay, I'm trying out this little microphone because I'm about to make the soup, but my husband is working in the garage and it's kind of loud, so I'm hoping this like drowns out his garage noise. He is very good at a lot of different things, and so his grandmother's car is currently at our house because he had to, I don't know, something is broken on it. It's very old, but she loves this car. Very near and dear to her heart. She did not want to buy a new one, so he has it at our house, trying to fix it for her today. And it is that clock we still have not changed since the time changed. It is 3:56, so just about 4 o'clock. I'm going to start doing all the prep work. The soup we are making is called Flu Buster soup, or what we call it in our house is flu stew. Flu stew heals all. I will link the recipe for flu buster soup. It's a vegetable soup recipe. I will link that in the description below. I'm going to attempt to triple this recipe today so that I can have lots and lots of frozen leftovers, as well as enough for me to eat this for lunch throughout the week and potentially my husband. So I recently got this La Creuset Dutch oven, and it is, I think it's like a 7-quart, so I think it should be enough, but we might be cutting it close. But I'm going to try and do it anyway. I actually got a really good deal on another Dutch oven, so in the off chance that this is too small or I have too much stuff in here for a triple batch, I can just throw some more in another Dutch oven. But making it in my Dutch oven, I have my seasonings over here, my lemons. I'm not going to need some of this until later. I also decided to buy riced cauliflower. I buy frozen riced cauliflower for this recipe because I really do not like chopping up a fresh head of cauliflower. It makes a mess. I don't know. It's just a lot of work, and this is so much easier, and it cooks faster. So I'm going to be using cauliflower rice. I also have a giant bowl here where I'm going to be prepping all the veggies and putting most of them in here. And then I have a smaller bowl to the side where I'm going to put my aromatics because they'll need to cook first. So again, chicken broth. I've got my potatoes. I got this awesome homegrown like farmer's ginger root from the farmer that we get our farm share from last week, I think. So I'm going to use it today. I'm super excited. Got my onion. Again, here's my garlic. And then the rest of the things I'm going to need are celery, carrots, zucchini, yellow squash. And something I really also love about this recipe is that you don't need to peel anything. So many of the nutrients from your veggies come from the skins. And so this recipe says, don't peel the skins because you want all the good stuff. So we're not going to peel them. We're just going to wash them, chop them, saute them, let it simmer for a little bit, and then blend. And it's delish. Okay, I started chopping some of my veggies, and after looking at them, I've decided to only double the recipe instead of triple the recipe because I don't know in what world I thought all of this was going to be able to fit into the one Dutch oven, and I don't feel like dealing with the other one. So this is only a double batch, but let me show you how to throw them.
It's cold outside.